are going to tour Lund with a wonderful volunteer greeter called Christine. And firstly, thank you so much. This is really kind of them to organize a free tour at relatively short notice. You're supposed to do about 7 days notice if you want to meet with a greeter in Lund. But we heard about it only a couple of days before and put in a request, and they were kind enough, Christine was kind enough to volunteer to help us. So thank you, and we'll show you around Lund.
Lund is only a short 10-minute ride away from Malmö on the train. We met the greeter at the cathedral, and inside there's an astronomical clock and also a fantastic cathedral. This is a replica, but supposedly it's exactly the same as the one that was built like 500 years ago. So that's amazing. It's clockwork, it's amazing. The greeter was telling us all about this, but there's also tours inside. Now, the cathedral itself used to be Catholic, but right now is Protestant. There's a story behind that. And also, as you travel around the cathedral, you'll see a whole lot of these little green plants that are growing out. It's illegal to remove them because it's the only place they grow. Before the Reformation, it was a big Catholic place of learning, and they have that statue shows you everything that it was. But then afterwards, it became Protestant, and there was only the church and a couple of other things survived. There's a couple of statues that were unveiled with great, fanfare, but they're statues of nothing. Right now it's a university town, and it's amazingly like a massive university with heaps of student accommodation, and it's one of the hardest things is to get accommodation. This is a village store that's been open since the dawn of time, and they keep it going now just to show how things used to be, and it's staffed by volunteers, and it's really good.
So this is the coffee shop area of the community store.
They also have a small... Oh my gosh, it's another... Oh wow!
Oh, and outside. Oh, they have seating outside as well.
Now we buy them in the freezer, but when I was a child, my mother bought one of those for Christmas every year. Yeah. And you put them in soda, and then when you have put them in there, you have to change that water for about almost every day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they will swallow. Okay. So they will be like white fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We were there on Sunday, so not a lot was open in the town itself, but these sort of things were. There's also an area where they've put a whole lot of places that are historic village, but unfortunately that wasn't open on the day. It's a beautiful old town, and you can wander all the streets. They're all very lovely. The guide told us they're also very expensive, but by Australian prices, not so much. But just absolutely beautiful, and they're all around the university. And you'll always be able to rent them to the students.
A medieval street.
In that time when they built this, you didn't have toilets inside.
Yeah. Yep.
So you just throw everything out in the street. Yep. So in the middle it was dry, and everything were going down on the side.
Okay. Yeah. This is a gossip mirror. See, it's got a reflective coating there.
Inside the cathedral crypt, there's Finn the giant. So the original priest, tricked Finn to build the cathedral, and he had to pluck out his own eyes if he didn't find out the giant's name by the time he put the last stone in. When he was putting in the last stone, the priest got his name, which was Finn, and so the giant turned into stone and is there to this day. The crypt is really nice, And the last thing that was made inside the crypt was that window, stained glass window. I'm not really sure, but there's 2 giants down there, but one's definitely thin and supposedly shrunk a bit as well when he turned into stone. Remembering this would be back when it was all Catholic. We caught a quick trip back in the train. Again, it was only 10 minutes.
A Warm Showers host produced a free concert for aspiring composers at the Church of St. Mary's in Malmö. We went to it. It went for about an hour. It was fantastic, and the music was great, and the commentary was in Swedish, so we didn't understand it, but it sounded like it must have been funny. And but to hear the music swell and crescendo inside the church was just so magnificent. It was so atmospheric. The venue that it was set in, it was just lovely. It was a full orchestra, and the sound swelled and swayed and arose just wonderfully.
Next time we head to the top of Norway.
The frozen north.